All right, welcome to tonight's episode of Bantam AA Hockey in Elk River. Elk River is taking on Anoka tonight at Cornerstone Arena. It's a district game, 17 minutes for each period. We'll do our best to keep track of everything and get ready to start. Creech will take the draw for the Elks at center ice. Elks control. Hansen dumps it down deep into the Anoka defensive zone. Goes to the far corner. Centering pass, a one-timer from Creech, goes wide, goes to the near boards. Anoka throws it around the near boards. Stopped by Rustad. Rustad takes a shot, goes off an Anoka player into the far boards. Back behind the net, Tommy Olson forechecks. And it looked like Jake Jacobson pass it into the Creech again for another shot that went high and wide. Jacobson behind the net, tries to center it out into the slot, but met with a lot of Anoka sticks. Puck thrown back behind the net again by the Anoka. Thrown up out of the zone finally. Jake Jacobson met it, but puck still goes into the Elks defensive zone. Hansen throws it up the near boards to Salo. Salo gets it up to Becker. Becker comes across into the offensive zone, but puck comes out to Rustad, and Rustad dumps it deep into the zone. Behind the net. Open in the slot. Salo gets the puck in the far corner. He's ridden out. Puck behind the net. Selar makes some room behind the net. Gets the puck over to Salo. Salo to the point to Hughes. Back to Salo on the far boards. And intercepted as a pass back to Hughes. And it comes on 2-on-2. Anoka into the zone. Taken out by Kotzian. Loose puck in the Elks zone. And Kotzian catches it and takes it behind the net. Throw it up the ice for Becker. Becker gets the puck, but knocked back down the near boards. Kotzian finally gets a hold of it. Sends it over to Hughes, over to Selar. Back to Kotzian. To Selar and in the center to Becker. Becker comes across the middle of ice and throws it in on net. And Anoka goalkeeper covers for a faceoff. 14 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first period. Creech will take the draw in the Anoka defensive zone. Got Rotz to his left. Loose puck after the faceoff. Knocked off of Rotz, but he wasn't sure where it was. So Reese battles for the puck with Rotz, and Creech finally gets the puck and throws it into their offensive zone, goes behind the net. Puck comes to the blue line, but held in by Rotz. Two guys took it away from Rotz. Cross the ice to Creech. Creech dumps it in, but it goes off an Anoka player. But Reese battling for the puck in the far corner. Rotz giving him a hand. Still 2-on-2 on the battle for the puck on the boards. Anoka comes away with it behind the net. Outlet pass goes into the Elks defensive zone. Icing's waved off. Hansen comes around the net. Throws it up to Rotz. Rotz across ice to Creech. And Creech throws it deep into the zone. A long pass intercepted by Hughes and knocks into the offensive zone. Anoka gets the puck on the near side and throws it in the zone. Stimmick makes a save. Hughes into the corner. Knocked away by Becker, and it comes to the near board. Hughes gets the puck. Puts it off the boards up to Olsen. Goes into the offensive zone. Olsen around. Back behind the net. Big hit. No call, and finally gets covered by the Anoka goaltender. Almost 4 minutes into this first period. No score. 13:05 left on the clock. Becker will take the draw for the Elks. Elks win, and Olsen tries to make a shot and blocked. Puck comes around the far side. We've got a 2-on-1 developing and a shot on net. Stimmick directs it up into the netting, and a faceoff will ensue to the right of the goaltender. Creech coming up to the faceoff circle. Loose puck under them. Hughes battles for the puck in the corner, throws it up the board to Selar. Selar pops it out to Creech, who sends it up to Salo. No icing. behind the net, throwing behind the net. Creech there. Salo flipped the puck up, and it goes all the way through the neutral zone into the Elks defensive zone. Throwing up the middle of the ice, goes off an Anoka stick, but Salo gets it and brings it into the zone, thrown back out. Hansen waits for onsides, passes it back to Kotzian, back to Hansen. Off the boards, out of Sealar's reach, and they got a 3-on-2 for Anoka. A shot goes way high and into the netting. And face off. 12 minutes and 5 seconds left of the first period. Becker takes the draw for the Elks. And Anoka went for it, but couldn't get a shot on goal. Ricci threw the puck up, and then Becker finally flipped it up to Rotz. Rotz gives it to Ricci. Ricci throws it back on the boards to Becker, takes a shot and blocked. Anoka coming up the far boards, cutting over into the middle. Taken away by Rotz, working on the near boards. Becker comes away with it, throws it in the middle, but kept in by Anoka. Knocked away by Rustad, and backhanded, tried to get it out from Becker. Rustad behind the net to Hansen. Hansen throws it off the boards to Rotz, but kept in. Rustad gets the puck in the zone, throws it up to just out of Becker's reach. D-to-D pass for Anoka. Anoka brings it in on the near boards and throws it in deep. Rustad back behind the net, throws it back to Hansen on the near side. Up to Becker, who flipped it up to Jacobson, and Anoka comes away with it again. Becker, a cross ice pass to Jacobson, and a shot goes wide and comes up the far boards. Creech throws it back down in. Jacobson goes after it on the near boards. Puck thrown behind the net. Hughes pinches. Hughes battling three and wins that battle, sends it down behind the net. Jacobson and Creech get the puck up to Kotzian, who throws it back down behind the net. Puck goes around the near boards. Creech taken away with help of Olsen. He backhands it. Nobody there. Anoka throws it down the ice. And icing's the call on Anoka, which would bring the face-off back into the Elks offensive zone. 10 minutes and 2 seconds left of the first period. Looks like Becker's going to take the draw for the Elks. Elks win. Hughes takes a hard wrist shot from the point. Save with a small rebound that's covered up immediately. Becker again taking the draw. Puck gets back to Hughes, who winds up, blocked by Anoka. That was Sealar took a pass over to Kotzian, who took a shot and it was blocked. Thrown out, intercepted by Hughes, and knocked back. Sealar battling for the puck at the blue line. Hughes battles for it, but is sent back down behind the net to Kotzian. Kotzian throws it up into the slot. Anoka intercepts it. Backhand shot, the twist and turn, goes into the near corner, and the puck finally comes out to center ice. Taken away by Becker. Becker brings it into the zone. Backhand, couldn't get enough on it, so Anoka comes away with the puck, throws it up, and Kotzian gets the puck and brings it in the offensive zone and flips it down while the rest of the Elks change. Anoka behind the goal, flipped out. Hansen gets it over to Kotzian, back to Hansen, throws it off the near boards to Rotz. Ricci tried to grab it, but Rotz comes away with it, brings it into the zone. Takes a shot, And it goes in. Takes the shot and goes in. On the near side, must have gone off his leg pad. I'm pretty sure Rot's got that. What a shot. So Rot's comes away with a goal at 8 minutes and 35 seconds to put the Elks up 1-0. It's an even strength goal. Yeah, Rot's intercepted the puck, brings it in the zone, went wide, and then just took a hard shot and went off the leg pad and into the goal. Elks control off the faceoff. Goes in the middle, Rot's again, dumps it up to Creech. Creech goes around, went through a few skates. Rot's had a good poke at it. Rot's able to get it again and dumps it in deep. Creech gives chase and goes behind the boards. Anoka overskated it, tried to throw it back in the middle. Rot's knocks it down and gets a backhand, but Anoka comes away with it. And a shot goes wide, goes into the near corner. Creech behind the goal. Cross ice pass to Rotz. Rotz heads up. Knocked away by a back checker, but Rotz still continues going forward into the zone. Rotz still fighting for the puck on the near boards. Anoka finally gets the puck and throws it behind the net to the far corner, and then throws it back to the net again. Olsen fights for it, took an elbow in the face, no call. Up to Rusted at the point, he shoots wide. Puck gets away and goes down into the defensive zone where Rusted picks it up, and he gets ahead of steam and comes through neutral ice. Dumps it in as he crosses the red line, goes back behind the net. So stick laying there, either someone dropped it or it broke. Olsen gets the puck, backhands it over to Kotzian, who just lifts it out of the zone, goes back into Kotzian. Kotzian throws it towards Hughes, but it's sauced right by him. Olsen picks it up where he left off. Jacobson poke checks it back in the zone for an offsides. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first period. Elks up 1-0 on a nice, beautiful goal by Rotz. Creech will take the draw just outside the Elks offensive zone as they battle for the puck, and Oka comes away with it. Tries to toe drag around Kotzian. Kotzian finally picks it back up and goes down. Has Seelar in tow. Drop for Seelar. Seelar goes around one. Rotz, or Kotzian, met by number 14 in the faceoff circle. Seelar throws it up to the point. Hughes tries to take a shot and block, and it comes away. Comes through the zone. A back check on Hughes' part saves a nice shot. On the near boards, Anoka flips it back down. Hughes intercepts it, and he comes up the ice. And a shot, a hard shot, blocker save. Rebound comes out, but Anoka gets it and brings it behind the net. Salo with the puck in the slot, and a shot, if somebody got a stick on it and went over the goal. Comes to the near boards where Creech goes after it. Salo able to knock it out of the air and thrown back across the ice. Salo taken out. Oh, and just barely offsides for Seelar. Seelar tried to straddle the line just as the puck was going over, but still called for an offsides. 5 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock for the first period. Elks are up one on a goal by Rotz, Evan Rotz. Becker takes the draw underneath him to the near boards where the Elks take control. Rotz on a forecheck. Forces him back behind the net. Anoka guy lost a tire and fell down, and Becker goes into the near corner. It's a behind, but no one there but Anoka. Knocked back in by Hansen to the far boards. Reese puts his guy in the boards. Anoka comes around the back end of the goal. Good forecheck on Elk's part. Centered pass taken by, intercepted by Hansen and thrown back deep in the zone. Anoka behind the net throws the puck to the near boards. It goes off his skate and comes back. Olsen gets it, tries to toe drag around, but loses the puck and comes to the near boards. Puck comes to the point. Rustad puts it down to Jacobson, and Creech joins in on the near boards. Thrown back behind the net. Creech gives chase. Taken away. He puts the puck around one guy. Still has the puck behind the net. Puts it off the boards to Rustad at the point, and a shot goes off the stick of Anoka player. Throwing up in the zone. Creech gloved it, but got away in the offsides as they tried to get back in the zone. 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first period, with the Elks up 1-0. The draw will come just outside the Elks' defensive zone. Puck flips into the slot, and Kotzian puts it up to center ice, and thrown back down deep by Anoka. Stimmich went behind the net to slow it down. Pass comes up to Salo. Salo across neutral ice. Salo on the boards. Tries a cross ice pass to Seelar. Seelar was there, but just sauced over his stick. Puck thrown away. He was kept in by Hughes, and he throws it down behind the goal. Thrown back around the boards where Hughes stops it again and is able to knock it out through one guy, not the other one, and the puck comes out to neutral zone. Seelar makes some space, comes into the offensive zone, shoots wide. Rebound comes to the near boards. Seelar able to turn before going across that blue line and backhands it down deep into the Anoka zone. Anoka comes out into the neutral zone along the near boards. And an offsides on Anoka with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left of the first period. Will be in a face-off on the far side, just outside the Elks' defensive zone. Creech, Reese, and Rotz forwards. Thrown back out. Hansen with the puck. D-to-D pass to Rustad. Back to Hansen up the far boards. Through the legs, and Creech comes in with a two. Oh, what a play! Creech led Rotz. Rotz with the 2 goals now. Came into the zone, a 2-on-1. Creech was just waiting to pass that puck to Rotz, who was streaking up the other side, and put it in back door. So Rotz with his second goal of the period puts the Elks up 2-0. Reese comes out with the draw, brings it into the zone on the near board, throwing back to Rustad, who takes a shot and goes wide and comes up the far boards. Reese tries to get it back to Hansen. Hansen able to keep it in. Anoka threw it out. Creech stopped it, tried to stop it from going into the zone, but offsides is the call. With 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first period, the Elks are up 2-0 on a 2-goal performance so far out of Rotz. I think he's going to go for the Hattie. I mean, why wouldn't he? Becker comes away with it. Backhands it in the zone. Poke check to the far corner by the goalie. Puck comes up. Hansen centered it. And Anoka comes out into the zone. Knocked away by Rustad. And off the glass, Rustad grabs it out of the air and is able to throw it out into the neutral zone and tossed right back down behind the goal. Stimmich out, stops it for Rustad. Rustad throws it on the far boards to Hansen. Hansen throws it up the far boards, but intercepted by Anoka. And a centering pass and a shot blocked by Rustad. Thrown to the near boards backhand behind the goal for Hansen. Hansen comes up, flips it out of the zone to Olsen. Olsen to Becker, over to Jacobson. Oh! And a pass over to Olsen goes off his shin pad and bounces into the near corner where they battle for it. Olsen has it, and he throws it back. Kotzian stops it from going out, and a shot deflected in front by Jacobson and goes behind the net. Puck flipped into the slot. Anoka there, and they come out, throwing it around Kotzian. Hughes comes in, and Hughes deflects the shot, but Stimmich grabs it, and another face-off in the Elks defensive zone. 47 seconds left in the first period. The Elks are up 2-0 on a 2-goal performance by Evan Rotz. Creech will take the draw for the Elks to the left of Stimmich. Anoka wins the draw, throws it back down to the faceoff circle where Creech gets it, and puck goes on the near boards, and the Anoka player fell and took Seelar with him. Creech gets the puck. We got a 3-on-1. Hughes wound up, but passed it down behind the goal. Creech behind the goal to Olsen. Back to Creech, or that's Seelar, I'm sorry. Hughes pinches, throws it back in. Hughes again holds it down, knocks it back to Creech. Hughes takes a shot and scores! Hughes takes a shot from the faceoff circle and deflected in and goes in. The Elks go up 3-0. Hughes was down in the zone pinching, and the puck came back to him from Creech, and he was able to get a shot off and puts it in the net. Puts the Elks up 3-0 with 9 seconds left of the first period. Creech will take the draw at center ice. Anoka wins the draw, but give it right back to the Elks. Seelar takes a shot, goes off the chest of the goaltender, takes another shot, deflected as the horn sounds ending the first period. The Elks are up 3-0 on 2 goals from Evan Rotz and 1 from Zach Hughes. And we'll take a small break. All right, as we come back for the second period, another 17 on the clock. Elks are up 3-0 after the first period on a 2-goal effort by Rotz and a 1-goal effort on Hughes' part. Elks control after the faceoff. Hughes puts it up to Rotz. Rotz comes into the zone, throws it towards the net. Anoka gets it, but the puck comes deflected and back in the zone by Reese. Reese gives chase behind the Anoka player behind the net. Kotzian not able to keep it in, but gets it to Creech, who gave it to Becker, who took a shot, narrowly missed. Kotzian fanned on his first attempt, but knocked in for Hughes. Hughes tries to throw it in, but actually hits Reese coming out of the zone. And Kotzian gets the puck and throws it back up to, kept in by Hughes. And a shot, a hard shot, went to the upper right, but gloved by the Anoka goalie. 16 minutes and 6 seconds left of the second period. The Elks change. Elks win the draw. Jake Jacobson got it in the slot, high in the slot, and threw it back down behind the goal. Olsen works on the near boards, but it gets taken away by Anoka, and they go into their offensive zone. Stopped suddenly and given to their defense. D-to-D pass and a shot right off the paddle of Stimmich, and it covers it up right away. Draw will come to the right of Stimmich. Looks like Creech is setting up to take the draw for the Elks. Puck goes back into the near corner. Rustad gets it, throws it back up the near side to Olsen. Olsen gets it out to Creech, but bobbled on a stick, and Anoka took control of it and threw the puck out of the zone or into the Anoka bench. And the draw will be just outside the Elks defensive zone. Becker getting ready to take the draw. Won by Anoka, and it's thrown down deep behind the goal. Stimmich slowed it down. Hansen gets the puck and got it over to Rustad. Rustad throws it up the near boards and kept in by Anoka. And the puck gets thrown back down into the far corner where it's behind the net to Hansen. Hansen throws it off the glass to Seelar. He gloves it and gives it back to Hansen. Over to Rustad. Back to Hansen on the near side. Up to Seelar. Seelar slows down and gets the puck to Becker on the near boards. And Anoka tries to throw it out. It goes off a stick, but they succeed in getting it out of the zone. Hansen to Rustad, who brings it into the zone. Throws the puck behind the net. Seelar grabs it on the near side. Throws it back for Rustad. Centering pass. Knocked away. Loose puck in the slot. Tomahawk swing from Anoka puts the puck back into the Elks defensive zone. Thrown in by Rotz. Hughes gets it. He brings it into the zone. Nope, he's passed it to Seelar. Thrown off the glass. Seelar tries to stop it from leaving. Gets the puck in the neutral zone, and he brings it back in. He's got Becker with him, and a shot goes off a leg pad into the far boards. Oh, we got a pile up over there, and looked like a Anoka player kicked Becker as he went by, and Rotz got the shot into the boards. Yeah, that is Rotz. He appears to be okay. "14 minutes and 6 seconds left of the second period. Creech will take the draw in their offensive zone. Puck thrown to the far boards, but kept in by Kotzian. Kotzian works his way down the board, passes it up to the point. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see that the Elks are on a power play now, as there was a loose puck, and a turnaround. Salo gets a goal as a loose puck. Power play goal for Salo as the shot dropped in front of the goaltender. He had no idea it was still in the crease. Salo was able to pick up the puck and backhand it into the net to put the Elks up 4-0 pretty early in the second period. So Becker will take the draw. Wins back to Hughes, and Kotzian tries to throw it up the boards, the far boards, but intercepted, but taken right back by Becker. Becker lost the puck for a moment going by the bench because of all the snow there, but was able to keep it going. Anoka player pushed down by his own player. Anoka behind the net, throws it up the boards mid-ice, and Jake Jacobson goes back. Icing's waved off. Jake Jacobson comes around the back of the net, backhands it up to Olsen. Olsen gets it up and puts it into the Anoka defensive zone and gives a good forecheck to the near boards, back to the center, almost taken away by Creech, and the puck thrown back behind the net in Anoka's defensive zone. Hughes able to keep it in and dumps it back down deep. Puck behind the net for Anoka. They throw it up into the slot. Everybody's reaching for it. Knocked away by Kotzian over to Hughes. Hughes dumps it to the near boards and goes in. Reese goes in. Oh, tries to backhand. He had Creech open in the slot. Puck goes to the center of ice, and Anoka dumps it in where Kotzian goes back behind the goal and brings it out. Knocked away by Anoka, but he comes up with it again, brings it up, passes it up to Reese, who tried to go real fast to Creech, just out of his reach. Anoka comes back in, knocked away by Kotzian, and a bouncing shot, gets through everyone, but doesn't make the goal. Reese comes through neutral ice and takes a shot from the blue line, a kick save, and a big rebound into the faceoff circle, but Anoka comes around, throws it down deep. Loose puck. Simic tried to get on top of it, but knocked away. Elks throw it out of the zone to the far boards, and it goes into the Anoka zone. Icing's waved off. Salo in on a forecheck. Anoka stops and goes back the other way, then reverses again. Comes out the near side. A backhand pass into the slot. Icing will be the call on Anoka, and the faceoff will come back down into the Elks offensive zone. 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period. The Elks are up 4-0. Becker takes the draw for the Elks. Wins the draw, almost gets a shot on goal. Knocked away. Salo dumps the puck back behind the board and flipped up over the Elks, but Salo again knocks the puck back behind the goal. Good forecheck on Salo's part. Anoka comes out of the near side, loses the puck as they run into each other. Salo comes away with it, knocked down. The puck's underneath the skates. Anoka finally figures that out and comes out of the zone. Hansen defending, keeps knocking it away. Hansen finally gets the puck and throws it to the near boards. Thrown into the center ice by Becker to Salo, and then Rustad gets the puck and brings it in a shot, and the rebound goes behind the net. Rustad still with the puck. It's loose underneath the feet, knocked behind the goal by Anoka. Jake Jacobson tries to circle for a backhanded shot, knocked away. Rustad at the point to Creech. Creech goes around one guy, tries looking for someone open in the slot. Back up to Hansen at the point. Back to Creech. Creech comes around, gives the puck to Rustad on the far point. Back to Creech. Creech tried to shoot, but the puck slipped away. He moves around behind the net. Two Elks back there. Jacobson dropped it to Seelar. Seelar behind the net. Creech gives him a hand and takes the puck behind the net himself. Brings it to the near boards. Shoveled up to Hansen, who throws it back in the zone off Anoka player, and Anoka finally comes out into the neutral zone and into the offensive zone where there's a shot on goal. Simic deflects it to the near boards. A pass to the slot, just sitting there, knocked away by Creech. Puck comes out of the zone, throws the puck against the far boards, and Creech throws it into the zone, and Elks go for a change. Olsen with the puck by himself down in the near corner. Looks like there's a penalty called, and I'm not sure who it's on. Looks to be Anoka on an interference. So the Elks will go on a power play at 9 minutes and 12 seconds into the second period, leading 4-0. Olsen will take the draw. Knocked back to Rustad, who goes on the point. Takes a shot from the point and a glove save, a small rebound and a cover-up. Only a few seconds trickled off the clock during that exchange. And it'll be a face-off on the far face-off dot. Reese overskated the puck a little bit. The puck goes to Olsen and back to Hansen at the point. A shot from the point and a deflection. Reese deflected it, but the goalie was there and made a nice save. As 19 seconds have come off the man advantage for the Elks. Olsen to take the draw again with Rotz to his right and Reese to his left. Puck drops and loose in the slot, but finally gets back to Hansen at the point, and a shot gets through, and Anoka goalie able to make that save. Reese's going to take the draw this time. Puck sits underneath him, but gets out to Hansen at the point. Hansen throws the back to Olsen on the far boards. Cross ice pass to Rustad on the near boards. Comes up and takes a shot and a glove save, but comes out of the glove and the puck flipped over the top of the net. Hansen gets the puck and takes a shot from high in the slot, and Anoka makes another nice save. 1 minute and 12 seconds still left of the power play for the Elks. The Elks up 4-0 in the second period. 8:23 on the second period clock. Reese took the draw. Anoka tries to throw it around to the near boards, and they get it out of the zone. Hansen goes back to get it. Drops it off for Olsen. Olsen circling. Throws it to the near boards for Reese. Reese comes into the offensive zone. Cuts to the center and tries to take a shot, but it goes wide. Gets his own rebound in the corner. Olsen with the puck drops it back to Hansen, who threw it for Rotz, but Rotz was too high up on the board, and the puck goes behind the net. Reese and Rotz are after the puck behind the net. Looks like Rotz came away with it. Olsen back up to the point to Hansen. Back on the boards to Olsen. Olsen comes across, gives it to Rustad on the near boards. Back to Hansen at the point for Rustad. 15 seconds left of the man advantage. Shot by Rustad is blocked, and a 2-on-2 develops, but Hansen able to knock it away. Back up in the neutral zone. Seelar gets the puck as the Anoka player comes out of the box and almost had a breakaway, but Rustad, quick thinking, was able to knock it away. Anoka player throws it in the slot. Jacobson able to get it out of the zone. Rustad tried to grab it out of the air, but not. Loose puck. A shot right into the back of Jake Jacobson. Anoka comes away with it, and a shot goes just wide as there is a delayed penalty on the Elks. And it looks like Salo's going to the box. I missed what he did. We'll find out in just a second. There's a hook. Well, Salo will get a 2-minute rest and put the Elks on a penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. Becker will take the draw for the Elks in their defensive zone. Kotzian comes away with it and throws it up the ice at an angle to the near boards and out into the neutral zone. Kotzian again gets the puck, tries to throw it out, but Anoka gets it in, knocked away by Kotzian again, but kept in. Hughes throws the puck out of the zone, and it goes into the Anoka defensive zone where Jake Jacobson is given a good forecheck. Anoka comes back up into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone where Kotzian knocks it away yet again. Jacobson throws it up in the air, and it goes through neutral zone into the defensive zone. Pass to the near boards, loses control of it, and Kotzian gets it in the defensive zone, and again flips it into the neutral zone. Back to the near boards. Anoka comes in, drop pass, taken away by Becker. Becker is a one-on-one, makes a toe drag and just trying to waste some time, goes to the far boards. Rotz tried to flip it up, but blocked by an Anoka player. It looks like there's a 3-on-2 coming in, and a shot knocked away again by Kotzian. And Kotzian gets the puck, and he comes up as a 2-on-2, and he turns back as 44 seconds are still on the clock of the penalty kill. Rotz comes out and throws the puck deep into the zone. Reese's battling for the puck with 2 or 3 Anoka players. Puck thrown up the far boards, but comes to the near boards, and Kotzian is able to knock it back down behind the net. Puck is flipped all the way up, and icing will be the call on Anoka, and it'll come back into the Elks offensive zone. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Salo. The Elks are up 4-0. 4 minutes and 53 seconds left of the second period. Creech take the face-off shorthanded. Creech comes through, almost gets the puck in the slot, just to the side of the slot. Puck thrown up the boards, but the Seelar gets the puck and brings it back in. 3 seconds left of the penalty kill. Penalty is killed as Anoka comes into the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. A shot, Simic blocker save and comes to the near boards. Knocked back behind the net. Rustad with the puck, throws it up the far boards, gets through their legs. Creech gets the puck, again going through that snow at the benches. Anoka throws it on the near boards, tries to get it out of the zone. Salo working the puck, but it finally comes out of the zone where Hansen gets it, gives it to Rustad on the far side. Thrown up to Creech, got a 3-on-2. Puck gets loose. Oh, Seelar almost got it, but Anoka comes back, and it's a 1-on-2, now a 2-on-2, as Anoka goes around the far side into the far corner. Hansen gave him a run for money. Now a shot by Anoka, blocked by Salo. Salo came out limping. And a shot and a glove save by Simic. Yeah, Salo took that right in the leg, and he felt that as he limps off the ice back to the bench. We're all even at 5-on-5. Elks up 4-0 with 3 minutes and 31 seconds left of the second period. Anoka gets the draw, and a shot on goal, steered behind the net by Simic. Hughes comes up in the far corner, gets it up to Olsen on the near boards. Olsen doesn't like what he sees and goes around the back of the net, backhands it up to the zone and deflects into the bench of Anoka. And the face-off will come just outside the Elks defensive zone. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left of the second period. Elks are up 4-0. Becker takes the draw for the Elks. Puck goes back to Kotzian, who gets it out of the zone quickly, and Anoka tries to flip it back in, but blocked by Jake Jacobson. Throws the puck into the offensive zone. Becker almost got away with the breakaway where Olsen gets the puck. Comes around 2 players and finally knocked away by Anoka as they make it up. and they have a 2-on-2 and a shot. Stimmick makes an awesome save, puts it to the near boards, and it jumps the stick of a Anoka player, and it goes back in their defensive zone, where Becker is riding him out and goes to the far boards. Anoka comes out with a 3-on-2 and drop pass, and throws it to the far corner. Anoka comes back in and fires wide, gets all the way through to the backboards, and Kotzian has the puck. D-to-D pass to Hughes, throws it off the boards, intended for Rotz, but now Elks come in 2-on-2 with Reese leading the way, goes into the near boards, and the puck goes around the back of the Anoka net. Flipped on the zone, goes through the snow. Anoka gets there first in the far corner into the slot. Anoka takes a shot and it goes wide. It comes to the near boards. Creech gets the puck on the near boards and brings it out. Creech on 1-on-1, 1-on-2, goes through his legs, tries to make a move. It goes to the far corner. Creech still with it, and a shot goes high and wide. Salo trying to get it, knock it down. Anoka tries to get it out of the zone and does. D-to-D pass to Hansen from Rustad. Thrown up into the zone by Hansen. Anoka able to counter that and brings it back into the zone. Hansen slowed him up as the Anoka guy checked him, and a hard shot from the slot by Anoka, but sent to the far corner by Stimmick. Digging for the puck. The cross-ice pass from Creech to Seelar. 1 minute left of the period. Anoka comes up with it, and again they have another 2-on-2, and the puck is dumped deep behind the net. Stimmick goes back and slows it down. Hansen with it up to the Seelar, pops it out to Creech, and throws it into the zone intended for Salo, but intercepted by Anoka. And again, Creech is able to throw it down deep. 30 seconds left in the period. Puck is thrown up the ice. There's an Anoka player waiting on the offensive blue line. Hansen knocked it away, but still in the defensive zone of the Elks. Rustad throws it up to Jacobson on the far boards, taken by Olsen into the offensive zone. 12 seconds left of the period. Olsen still with the puck along the boards. Back to Rustad, and a shot and a glove save by Anoka with 5 seconds left on the clock of the second period. Elks up 4-0. As the time ticks off the clock and the horn sounds, the second period ends with the Elks up 4-0. It'll be time for a Zamboni break. And we'll take a quick break and be back after the Zamboni to watch the conclusion of this sporting event. All right, 17 minutes on the clock for the third period. The puck drops on Creech, and a loose puck sitting at the faceoff, but the Elks finally take control. Throw it up to mid-ice, but Anoka intercepts and brings it back down in the zone. Rustad runs him out in the boards. Hansen gets the puck behind the goal, throws it up the zone. The Sealar just gets beyond him and thrown back in the zone by Anoka. Hansen on the far boards throws it back behind the net for Rustad, and up in the zone for Creech, gets a stick on it and loses it. Puck is working on the near boards. Puck goes to the end of the Elks defensive zone. Rustad behind the goal. Up the far boards to Sealar, to the near boards to Hansen. Up, Creech gets the puck and reaches for it. Loose puck in the slot. Bounced over Salo's stick and back into the neutral zone. And it looks like Creech is going to go for a tripping as his stick got caught up in the legs. So that'll put the Elks on a penalty kill right away into the third period. Elks are up 4-0. 16:02 in the third period, and the Elks are on a penalty kill for the next two. Becker takes the draw, goes into the near corner or far corner. Hughes finally gets it out and thrown up off the glass into all the way down the ice, which will be an icing, and it'll come back and we'll do it all over again. Only 10 seconds came off the clock in that time, but Becker takes the draw again for the Elks, goes again to the far corner, back behind the ice by Hughes to Kotzian. Kotzian works it out of the zone. Jacobson gets it and flips the puck all the way into their defensive zone. Goes to the far boards. A cross-ice pass, over-skated by Anoka and knocked back into the zone by Becker. Thrown up to mid-ice, coming across the neutral zone. Knocked away by Kotzian to Hughes and thrown out of the zone. Anoka starts in the neutral zone, goes back into their defensive zone. Near pass, intercepted by Jacobson and thrown in on net. Glove save and then drop for the Anoka players as they come out of their defensive zone. Right through the skates of Anoka, Kotzian gets the puck over to Hughes. Hughes back to Kotzian. Kotzian goes right up the middle. Knocked away. Olsen with the puck. Drops it to Kotzian. Back to Olsen in the far corner. Comes to the near boards and thrown up in the middle. Hughes knocks it away. And Anoka finally controls the puck coming through the neutral zone. Olsen took the guy off the puck. Hughes went up to Olsen. Olsen finally gets it again, goes up into the offensive zone. A 1-on-3 and a shot goes wide. Comes to the near boards. Reese puts his guy in the boards, and Hansen comes away with it. To Kotzian back to Hansen in the defensive zone. 10 seconds left of the penalty kill. Reese with the puck, but thrown back in by Anoka to their own zone. Thrown down into the offensive zone of the Anoka. They killed the penalty. Olsen flips the puck out of the zone. Creech comes out of the box, gives it to Reese. Reese comes in, and a shot on net. Save, but a big rebound. Creech gets another shot into the crease, and they clear the puck to the near boards. Hansen knocks it back up the boards. As the puck is still held in by Hansen, tried to backhand it in, and Anoka comes out. Rustad defending. Rustad takes the puck, brings it up the zone, into the offensive zone. Stops in the corner. And the puck is tried to flip out, but Creech is able to stop it and puts the puck back down behind the net where Rustad goes after it. Sealar is back there with him. Anoka gets it, throws it off the glass, goes right into the defensive zone. Salo goes back for it. Salo throws it around to the near boards. Too far for Hughes, but knocked away by Rustad. working the near boards. Tried to keep it in, but Anoka bounced over a stick and goes in their defensive zone. A lot of the Elks go for a change. Puck goes behind the goal where Kotzian gets it, brings it up the near side into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone, and a shot goes wide, comes up the near boards. Nobody at the point to stop it, and the Elks go back to Hughes. Reaches it first, loses the puck behind the net. Loose puck behind the net, thrown up, knocked away by Stimick. Salo tries to knock it out, but held in by their point. Anoka on the near boards, a shot and a glove saved by Stimick. 11:59 left on the clock for the third period. The Elks are up 4-0. Creech will take the draw. And a shot off the face-off gets by Stimick on the blocker side, and an even strength goal gives Anoka their first goal of the game, and it is now 4-1. $11:54 left of the Elks. Of the third period. Hansen gets the puck off the draw, throws it up in the Anoka zone. A backhand, Jacobson gives chase on it, goes to the near boards. Finally taken by Creech, throws the puck down and knocked away to the far boards by Anoka. Anoka, cross ice pass to the near side, goes into the offensive zone. Rustad held his guy up. Creech backhands it across the ice to streaking up Olsen, but too far. Goes D to D for the Anoka. And puck thrown into the defensive zone where Hansen gets it by the net. Comes up the near boards and thrown to the near boards to Jacobson, but out of his reach. And icing will be the call. With 11:04 left of the third period, the Elks are up 4-1. Becker takes the draw for the Elks. Goes to the near boards. Kotzian gets it, throws it behind the net. Hughes chases it into the corner up the far boards. Becker flips it further up the boards to Reese. Hughes comes away with it. Cross ice pass to Rotz. Rotz takes it, brings it into the offensive zone. Takes a shot directed to the boards behind by the goalie. Rotz still forechecking up there. Becker helps him out. Comes up the near boards where Kotzian is able to keep it in. Rotz gets the puck, backhands it over to Becker, but it goes into the far corner. Puck thrown out into the near boards where Kotzian gets it, going back into the defensive zone. Throws it to the near boards. Kotzian back behind the goal. Tried to D-to-D pass, but missed it. Drops the pass to Hughes behind the goal. Outlet pass to Rotz. Hughes gets the puck. Gets it a little bit out of his reach. Reese with the puck, a mid-ice hit. And the Elks make a really poor choice for a change, as a toe drag and a shot is stopped by Salo, who puts the puck up to Creech and then dropped to Sealar, but it appears it's offside. 9 minutes and 42 seconds left of the third period. Elks up 4-1. Creech takes the draw. Puck goes into the Anoka zone. Anoka comes out with it. Turns, loses the puck. Olsen Sealar almost stole it. Knocked into the zone by Creech. Creech has got Sealar in the slot. And in the slot, a tip back goes wide. goes into the far corner. Sealar with the puck in the corner. Drops it for Creech. Gets it up to Rustad in the point. Back to Rustad, who couldn't control it, and it comes out in the neutral zone. Over to Hansen. Hansen up the middle of the ice to Anoka, who flips it back out of the zone where Hansen gets it at the Elk blue line. Up to Salo. Salo to the near boards for Sealar. A little lead pass for Creech, just out of his reach, went wide. Sealar knocks it away with his foot to Hansen, to Rustad, and back to Hansen. Puck thrown back behind the net. Rustad comes out and throws the puck to Sealar, is waiting at the blue line. Stops, takes a shot, it goes off the goalie's cage. And pushing and shoving. Looks like the draw will come to the right of the Anoka goaltender. 8 minutes and 36 seconds. Becker will take the draw. Comes back to Kotzian at the point. A shot goes above. Couldn't tell if it was tipped or not. Goes to the far boards. Thrown across ice. But held in by Olsen. And a shot goes wide. Goes on the back of the net. Up into the slot. No one's there but Anoka. And they come out into the neutral zone. Good strong back check by Olsen. Goes into the corner, into the slot where they missed on a one-timer. Becker comes up the ice into the neutral zone. Gets around one player and goes to the back boards. Throws it back up the ice to Olsen. Olsen on the far boards, knocked away by Anoka. There's a 1-on-4 as Kotzian comes away with it in the defensive zone. Throws it up to Jacobson. And offsides is the call on the ice for the Elks. Seven minutes, 44 seconds left of the third period. The Elks are up 4-1. Olsen took the draw for the Elks and knocks it into the Anoka zone right at the blue line. Thrown out of the zone. Gets by Rustad, who goes back for it. Makes a hard turn. Makes a little room and knocks the puck out. Tried to get the puck out, but Anoka able to keep it in as it's a 3-on-2. And a shot goes just high and wide. Creech comes away with the puck, knocks it up to Rotz, and Rotz unable to catch up to it. As Anoka comes back through with Reese back checking. And Reese comes away with it, turns up the ice, comes into through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. He gets the puck in the far corner, brings it back behind the net. He's battling two, and Rotz joins him. Puck comes out into the face-off circle, and Anoka got a 2-on-2 drop pass. Anoka comes in, and it takes a shot. The blocker save and up over the top of the net into the black glass. The ref got in the way and stopped that. Anoka tries to throw it up into the slot. Knocked away by Hansen to the far boards. Reese throws the puck out off the boards. It looked like it hit the ref in the helmet. And they're saying the draw will be in the zone with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left of the third period. Elks up 4-1. Becker takes the draw, goes to the far boards, ends up behind the net with Kotzian. Kotzian tried to backhand it up the boards, blocked by Anoka. Kotzian with the puck again, gets through the slot, gets it up again. The ref gets in the way. Knocked away by Salo and deep into the Anoka defensive zone. They go behind the net, throw it up the far boards. Becker gets there and throws it towards the net. Anoka comes away and leads their guy, but Kotzian comes up with it over to Hughes. Gets it up to Becker. Becker brings it in wide, and a shot. Blocker save off the stick of the goalie. Kotzian able to keep it in. Check from behind and knocked out, but he's still able on the ice, and he's still able to keep the puck in the defensive zone. As the puck is thrown to the near side, again taken away by Kotzian, takes it behind the net, reverses direction, and there's an outlet pass to Seelar, who couldn't control it. Puck goes through the slot to the far boards, and Hughes knocks it up to the point. Anoka still in with the puck. And a loose puck in front, just scooped up by Anoka, and makes the score now 4-2 with 5 minutes and 3 seconds left of the third period. Anoka puts one in the net to make the score 4-2. Creech will take the draw for the Elks. Puck goes all the way down to Stimmick. Rustad back behind the net. Over to Hansen. Cross ice pass to Salo. Pops it up to Creech. Back to, that's Jacobson. And a lead pass for Creech. Just too far for him. Anoka back behind their net. Creech gets the puck in the corner. Slides it in the crease. Jacobson just missed a one-timer. Puck goes back behind Anoka's cross ice pass to mid-ice, kept in by Olsen. Jacobson throws it over to Olsen, who brings it to the near boards. Creech able to keep it in. Olsen on the near boards, gets it up to Rustad at the point. Olsen in the slot. Creech to Rustad. Rustad takes a shot, finds his way through, and blocker saved by the goalie. Thrown around the far boards. Anoka brings it back behind the net. 4 minutes left of the third period. Thrown back to the center. Taken away. Oh! And Rotz is completely leveled at the blue line. And Anoka will go to the bench, go to the box for roughing. Big open ice hit. The Elks will be with a man advantage for 2 minutes as the score is 4-2 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left of the third period. A shot goes high and above the goal. Hansen down the near boards to Kurt Rotz. Rotz throws the puck in and goes to the far boards. Rustad and kept in by Reese to say, a centering pass by Becker, but to Rotz just missed this mark. And a delayed penalty on the Elks for hooking will negate the power play. And Becker is called for a hook at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. So for the next minute and 33, it'll be 4-on-4, followed by 27 seconds of power play for Anoka. Reese taking the draw. Puck gets open in the slot. Hansen gets the puck and throws it to the far boards where Rustad gets it and brings it up the ice. The puck flipped in, goes off an Anoka stick and high against the glass behind the goal. Rotz forces the play behind the net. Anoka player lost his tire. Hansen with the puck to Rotz on the near boards, throws it down deep. Reese back to behind the goal, knocks it to the near boards, and throwing up the middle of the ice where Rustad gets it, and he throws it back down deep. Two of the Elks change. Anoka comes through the neutral zone, working on the far boards. Rustad gets it at the blue line, gets it to Seelar, where he's hitting the boards, and Anoka comes away with it. Defending is Hughes, knocks it away right into Reese's stick. Anoka comes, gets it in the mid-ice. Puck thrown into the zone behind the net. Hughes back. throws it to the near boards where Sealar gets it, throws it behind the net to Rustad. Up the near boards again, the referee's in the way. Puck thrown behind the net. Rustad knocks the puck back into the corner. Puck thrown to the center ice. Hughes gets it and flips it up to Reese and goes for a change. As the first penalty is done, a pass up into the slot is just missed. Sealar backhands it up to as Anoka pulls their goalie. It's an empty net for the extra attacker. Katsian gets the puck, brings it across the ice, and saved by a Anoka player. It would have been a goal. Puck thrown around the near boards. Salo tries to give chase. And a shot just misses the empty net. Puck thrown up into the neutral zone where Anoka comes away with it. Knocked away by Katsian. Thrown back into the corner. Try to backhand. Salo's able to clear the puck. Puck thrown against the far boards as Anoka gets the puck and comes in. And a shot from the top of the face-off circle gets by Stimmich for Anoka's third goal. And just like that, it's 4-3. With 46 seconds left on the clock, the Elks have been having their lead whittled away. Timeout is called by Anoka. The Elks are clinging on to a 4-3 lead. As the Elks come back on the ice, there'll be a face-off at mid-ice following the last goal for Anoka. Got Becker taking the draw, Olsen on his right, Jacobson on his left. Hansen and Rustad are playing defense. As the puck drops, Elks win the draw and goes to Hansen and flips it into the defensive zone. Puck goes off the near boards. Anoka has it, and they pull their goalie again. Hansen back behind the goal, tries to throw it up the far boards. Olsen with the puck, gets it up to Becker, and finally throwing out into the zone, back in the defensive zone. No icing. Icing's weighed off. 15 seconds left on the clock. There's a pass up the mid-ice, throwing in on Simic on goal and directs it to the far boards. 7 seconds left. The Elks are clinging on a pass to the far boards and a slap shot and a center. And Anoka comes back and ties the game. The refs are signaling a goal. Well, now the question is, was it in? But the ref is signaling a goal on the ice. As the Elks the refs discuss it. We'll see if we can listen in. No goal. They're signaling no goal. On a call of the ref, they signal no goal, which gives the Elks a victory. The Elks line up. Very solemn. Well, we'll end this stream. The Elks play this team again back to back. They play on Thursday. That game will be at Anoka. So we'll end the live stream and wishing you all a good night.